Basic Appraisal Principles, page 37. Assignment Conditions. The final phase in step 1 is to identify any conditions that may affect the appraisal. Assignment conditions are defined in USPAP's scope of work rule as the inclusion of assumptions, extraordinary assumptions, hypothetical conditions, laws and regulations, jurisdictional exceptions, and other conditions that affect the scope of work. Laws include constitutions, legislative and court-made law, administrative rules and ordinances. Regulations include rules or orders having legal force issued by an administrative agency. For example, government-sponsored entities such as Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac have requirements or guidelines for which appraisers must comply when completing and reporting appraisals. These requirements or guidelines are considered assignment conditions. Two assignment conditions specifically named in step 1 are extraordinary assumptions and hypothetical conditions. Extraordinary assumption. An extraordinary assumption means that the appraiser is assuming something to be true when in fact it might not be. And if found to be false, it could alter the appraiser's opinion of value and conclusion of the appraisal. An extraordinary assumption may be used when an appraiser is asked to appraise a property based on an exterior-only inspection, commonly referred to in the appraisal profession as a drive-by appraisal. In this drive-by appraisal, the appraiser makes the extraordinary assumption that the interior condition of the house is similar to the exterior condition. For instance, if the exterior of the house appears in good condition, the appraiser makes the extraordinary assumption that the interior of the house is also of good condition. This extraordinary assumption may be true. However, consider the effect on the appraisal if the extraordinary assumption were not true. For example, an appraiser has been asked by the client to complete a drive-by appraisal. The property is 55 years old, but the owner recently completed significant exterior renovations that include removal of the old roof and installation of a new roof and shingles, removal of the old siding and replacement with brick exterior, installation of new windows, trim, soffit, and fascia, construction of a new concrete driveway, and the addition of some shrubs around the house. Based on these updates, the property has good curb appeal. However, what the appraiser does not know, based on the exterior-only inspection, is that the interior has not been updated at all in the last 55 years. In fact, the interior of the house has significant problems, such as missing floor coverings in several rooms, some holes in the drywall, mice infestation, and some plumbing not in working order. In this example, is it likely that the interior of the house is not of the same condition as the updated exterior? If the appraiser, based on the exterior-only inspection, were to make the extraordinary assumption that the condition of the interior is equal to the condition of updated exterior, then the results of the appraisal would be misleading to the client. Extra note: take notes. Closed book might be able to use notes.